Well, well, well. Hello there, and welcome back to Weird News. Indeed.
Hello, hello.
And as you can see, joining me today, as always, is beautiful Lone, Salt Cannon 5K.
That's me.
And Grey Cat Gaming, of course, beautiful Hannes.
Hello, hello.
But yes, as is tradition, is this picture a CGI?
Yes.
I'm gonna like it could legitimately just be like a fuzzy pillow with some like floof in front of it. I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna say no.
You're going to say it's not CGI.
No, I'm gonna say it's a pillow. It's a fluffy pillow.
Well, Hannes, you're wrong. Lorne, you're correct. It is CGI. This is made in Blender. It looked surprisingly real. It's just the weird cut off around the edges, which
Well, there's that, but it's also like the fluff. Like the fluff doesn't look natural. Like it could have very well been like really fine cotton wool or something, but there's something about it which is like no, somebody's like basically overlaid clouds.
well, yeah. I mean, it wasn't whether or not it was edited in any way. It was whether or not it was CGI. It was fake, completely.
No,
fake.
that counts. It counts.
What? No.
No.
Edited is not the same thing as
This
CGI.
is why-
You can't.
This is
You
what
can't
this is.
put.
Hannes,
You
this
can't
is why
put
Lorne gets
just.
confused.
You can't just slap. You can't just slap a picture of clouds on top of something else and say like, "No, it's perfectly normal." So
No, but
there's a
edited is not the same
difference
thing as
between-
question as CGI.
Yes, there's a big difference.
It's basically a fake picture though. You're showing me fake news. And honestly, that's really bad for your reputation on weird
How
news.
dare you? I show only the finest and truest news, Lorne.
I don't know. There's something about
Ah.
this
Funny thing
pillow.
is, the funny thing is, I had like, technically I took the L there, but it sounds like Lorne did.
Yeah, Lorne
No.
took the L for all of us, Hannes.
At the end of the day, I'm the one getting things right.
Well, 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 let's move on to our first topic, and it's a topic about this month, because this month is. Do any of you know?
Oh, ooh. It's
Lorne,
June.
Lorne. Yeah, you're close. Is there something specific about this month, though?
It is June 8th.
Yeah, close. But what
The
the answer?
Pride?
Yes, it is. Good job, Hannes. That's a gold star to you. That's one sub to you.
Woo!
One sub. You're just dishing out like
I'm dishing out my
£3.99.
sub because my sub has come back now. So I can dish it out to whoever does the best.
Whoever knows that it's Pride.
Yes, whoever knows the best stuff gets the sub for that month.
I mean, I feel like it's hard to not know that it's Pride.
That's true. That is true.
That's what I get for committing to the bit.
But
But
don't worry,
we
Lorne.
don't
Maybe
appreciate
you'll get my
comedy
sub
here.
if you know more of these stories. We'll soon see. But yes,
Ooh.
obviously, companies
Wait,
when
we're
it's
on a
Pride,
game show now?
yeah. Time to. What we're gonna do? One thing we're gonna play Streamer Smackdown. We're gonna go in totally accurate battle simulator. You'll have a set amount of points, Hannes. Lorne will have a set amount of points, and you'll fight each other to see who becomes
It's
the
gonna be
victor.
like QI, where apparently they get points for something, but it doesn't really fucking make sense. And in the end, they say that somebody won, but you're just looking at it. It's like, but you were just talking the entire show. There wasn't at no
Yeah,
point was there points
And it's
handed
just
out.
like, if you make funny, then you get penalized to the nth degree. It's just like, okay, well, here, congratulations, you're third with minus 50 points. Thank you, I think.
Just like the big fat quiz of everything.
Indeed. But yes, obviously, with it being Pride Month, companies have decided to go just completely buck wild, as they do, and make stuff for Pride. And that, clearly no one has run it by the community. So, whatever, I guess. But obviously, these are just some things to look at. Now, look at these beautiful things. So, obviously, what better way? The Department of Sanitation has decided to change its logo to support Pride for some reason. I guess.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know what? It takes pride to be in the military, so you can get yourself some rainbow bullets.
I don't think you can.
I
think I think this is just an image of solidarity.
You can actually get rainbow bullets, though, to be fair.
you really don't want that Prime, do you?
Of course you
I
can get
see
them.
you're wrong.
You're twisting my words. Of course, if you really want, I presume you can commission some color-tipped bullets, but I do not think they're being issued by
No, they're not being issued
the
by the military, but
authorities.
there are
Maybe.
rainbow bullets now. So
What-
years ago, Taco Bell made this thing on Twitter calling Homo Estas, which was extremely clumsy. And now they're deciding to promote it with drag for some reason.
So it didn't work 7 years ago, and not because it's, you know, and then trying again.
Yeah. Obviously,
Yes.
Pop Tart. You know, the American snack. Now you've got neon pink Pop Tart.
Yeah,
Everyone knows.
I've never
the
had a
flavor.
Pop Tart.
Really?
I've had a Pop Tart. They
Never had one.
they're okay.
Yes.
I mean, it's
That's a fair assessment to describe a
Yeah.
Pop Tart.
they are a little bit better toasted.
Yes.
Still okay.
Is it
Okay,
food?
okay plus when toasted.
Hannes,
I would
if,
like
if
to-
I
I-
said, is
Yeah.
a Pop Tart food? What would you say?
I would say that it's a snack, but food.
But you
okay,
can't-
okay,
you
wait.
can't
it's-
commit
wait,
to
wait.
food.
No. I like basically that, right? Yes, snacks are food in that they are like edible things, but like, yeah. When I think food, I think of something that should also have some kind of nutritional value,
Yeah,
a
it's essentially-
benefit of some kind.
It's essentially just.
who
It's like
who does
cardboard
fairy
and-
bread?
Fairy bread.
Fairy bread.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Fairy bread.
Fairy bread. It's like it's basically
Oh yeah,
like
yeah. I know that I googled it. I actually remember having heard about this before.
I'll
So
have to
it
Google
looks-
that as well.
it looks kind of like frosted cream on bread, and then you get a sachet of sprinkles, and you get to sprinkle your own sprinkles
Mm.
on this incredibly sweet slice of bread.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's Australian.
Oh, that
I was
makes
gonna
sense.
say that. I
makes
was gonna
sense
say that
based
it
on
feels
where I live.
Japanese.
Well, it says it originates in Australia and
Yeah.
New Zealand.
No, this makes sense now because it was something that the Australian lass sent to the Japanese lass to try. So
yeah.
Hello,
Fair, fair.
hello, Soul and Cupcake.
You never toasted a Pop Tart, Soul? You should. You should. I mean,
You
in my
should
opinion, they're
do.
definitely.
Is this like
Yeah.
the be all
I
and
thought-
end all of cuisine?
I thought they had to be toasted, but that's just my ignorance
No, you
coming into
don't
play.
need to toast them, but like it's like, do you want like a soft gooey center, or do you just want like a biscuit with jam?
Mhm. Yeah. I don't
Either
know.
way, it's whether or not you like your cardboard hard or like warm.
They're a bit better than cardboard. I'll definitely give them that. I feel like that's a little bit unfair, but yeah, they're an okay snack. But especially here in Sweden, like I think my opinion might be a little bit colored by the fact that we pay import prices for Pop Tarts, so they're like
Oh.
they're not necessarily a cheap.
But I'll be the
treat here
same.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
So-
like an American thing. It's like, ooh, it's shiny because it's from the Americas.
Yeah, exactly. So we like pay a premium
Yeah,
fee for a Pop Tart that is like an okay.
it was like when I got like a fancy Fanta from like an American shop, and I was just like, ooh, it's really. Oh God, no. One thing, right? So there's a drink in America called Big Red.
Okay.
And when someone describes something as a colour, I've never experienced something that physically tastes like the colour red. I don't know if it was good or bad. I just know that there was so much sugar in it, my bones hurt.
So, I think like the closest I've got to tasting a color was Fanta grape the first time I had it in Japan.
I like Fanta grape.
Because I warmed to it. I warmed to it over time, but the first time I tasted Fanta grape, I was just like, yep, that's chemical purple.
Was it like... Ooh. Fry's asking if it was like Tizer. I mean, old Tizer, maybe. Because old Tizer is definitely different to new Tizer.
Tizer exists still?
Tizer still exists, Lorne. It's like really shitty Vimto. Now.
Do you know what? Vimto, I don't know if this is controversial, but I can't drink that stuff anymore because when I was young, I must have been ill already, or I must have had an upset stomach. But like, I remember having a can of Vimto and bringing it right back up. And it's funny because like nowadays I can like feel ill and I'll get over it when I feel like something did it to me. But the things that made me vom when I was a kid are still no goes today. So the big
I mean,
two are
yeah.
Vimto and Kiwis.
Kiwi, really?
Yeah, apparently I used to
kiwi.
love a kiwi, but yeah, then I chundered one time and
Charming.
it's,
Well,
it's on the blacklist.
Well, on to go down with your appetite, Burger King have made something for Pride. So, how do you think Burger King have made a burger to show pride? This is
I
an
know
item
this.
you can
I know.
buy.
This is a point. This is a point.
This is
It's
points.
same side bun burgers.
Lorne? You are correct.
Let's
Burger
go.
King is selling Pride Whoppers with 2 bottoms or 2 top buns.
Yeah.
I feel like
Do
you'd want 2 tops.
wait, do they not understand how gay sex works?
Yeah. That it is. Yeah, it's a bit weird in regards to that aspect.
I guess they're just saying like it's 2 of the same, and that's the funny thing. But
I
it's
guess
just when
so.
you're describing it as bottoms and tops, I'm just like, that's.
Yeah, it's just like
I
you go in. It's like, so who's going to bottom?
I think like one of my favorite memes I ever saw, because like I don't know, when you're like when you watch, like when you're as deep into VTubers as I am, I guess is what I'm trying to say, is that like
I wish you were
see
deep into VTubers. Hey.
That's Lorne's bottom right there.
It's not possible. It makes me sad.
Sorry.
Anyway, it's I think everyone's got their own dynamics and stuff like that, and it's like they play it up for the audience, and you get a flirty flirt. And there was talk about like this sleepover happening for ages, and like some of the fans are going crazy, like, "Oh my god, it's both of the horny girls are gonna be having a sleepover together. Imagine what they'll get up to." And then somebody just like drew an artist's impression of just like how terrible a night of passion would be with 2 bottoms that just like sit at either side of the bed waiting for the other one to make the move. Just like sitting there awkwardly with their backs to each other, thinking to themselves like, "Oh my god, they..."
Like, out of this burger though, which do you think would be better? I think the top one. Not think. But then again, I'm not a huge fan of the sesame seeds.
It depends. You know why it depends? It depends on the meat ratio in the burger. Because when you show me this, and you show me like that much freaking salad, compared to the patty, I actually think
there's
the
a lot of
bottom
salad.
sides. I think the bottom sides are going to be better because it's less stodge. You improve your ratio. Whereas if you give me like the freaking double quarter pounder, I'll have a double top.
Lone wants 2 tops. Okay, Hannes, what about you? You want 2 bottoms or 2 tops?
I already said both.
The only thing I can figure is it depends on how hungry I am, because obviously 2 tops is more bread.
Yeah, that honestly,
Stodge.
that was my reason. I'm not a huge fan of the sesame, but I feel like it would be more.
What?
So yeah.
Whoa, hey, hang on a minute. Controversial opinion right there. Chat, you gotta have your say in this. What's your opinion on sesame buns?
I mean, I wouldn't go, I hate them so much I can't physically eat them.
Sesame buns are like top tier, man.
2 tops
No.
for me.
Top
More bread.
tier?
More bread. Yep, more bread
No.
better. More bread the best. So
I mean,
is
they're up there. They're up there.
Frisco buns, that's top tier stuff.
Frisco. Ooh. Brioche.
Brioche buns also top.
Brioche. No, sourdough. So there's a deli. Well, there's about freaking 5 delis next to my new office, but there is one place that does this wonderful like Uber meat sandwich called the Caveman, and they said like, "Oh, what bun do you want?" And I was like, "Oh, what buns you got?" I was expecting to hear the normal like white bloomer, brown, seeded cheese, yada yada, and then they were like, "Yeah, we got sourdough," and I'm like, "Oh, you've just elevated deli to like godlike status. You're offering sourdough buns with my deli sandwich." I'm like, "Yes." Yes.
Don't. Well,
Yes.
well,
I'm gonna
right.
allow
I'm not
that
sure if we're
'cause-
talking about
oh.
bread anymore. Brioche is good.
Yeah.
I do like brioche. But Lorne, obviously, your name is Salt Cannon, and
Really?
you know what? You like your salt, don't you? So
I mean, honestly, in moderation, you gotta take care of yourself.
so do you know Willy Wonka? You know
I've
when
heard of him.
you know when they're going through the factory and they see the wall that you can just lick.
Right.
You know how it's like, ooh, this wall tastes like grape. This wall tastes like orange, so on and so forth.
How did they clean that?
Yeah. Now, Lorne, if I said, Lorne, I'm going to take you to a restaurant, and you wanted salt, with your, let's say, cocktail, but there wasn't any available, I'd point you to a wall, because there's a restaurant where there's a Himalayan salt wall that people encourage guests to just lick while dining.
How do you? I'm gonna ask this again. How do you clean that?
I don't
Without
know.
I
a
don't
road-
think you do. I
So-
think that's
Just
that's
so
just
you
the
know,
truth of it. They
just-
just don't.
Well, just quickly, so what they're saying is Himalayan rock salt has antibacterial properties. So it has
Fuck off.
it has apparently, I'm not a scientist. It apparently has auto cleaning capabilities, and the owners apparently rub down the wall.
I mean, it's just gonna erode the wall.
Also, I hope it's not a load-bearing salt wall. That's what I hope. I really hope it's not a load-bearing salt wall.
You really think that they're gonna go like hamsters and just like eventually go through the wall?
Yes,
Jesus,
just like la, 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 just numbing the wall.
Can you imagine, like, taking your better half out for a lovely wine and dine evening, and you just like bite into your burger, and you're like, "Oh, sorry, babe, I'll be back in 2 seconds," and you get up and go and lick the salt wall. Come back, take another bite, and you're like, "Oh, just a minute, babe."
Is
Walk again to the salt wall.
is it
Take a
like
lick.
is it like horses that have a salt lick?
What?
Have you ever heard of a salt lick?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's a thing that horses have. Salt lick. Ba, 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 ba.
I think
Honestly,
you're tripping.
Yeah,
Honestly,
go lick.
if-
Yeah, it's a thing that animals go up and lick. It's a thing called a salt lick.
Yeah,
Horses
yeah.
do it. Yeah,
yeah, cows as well.
Yeah.
It's to increase their salt intake.
yeah. So like this could just be like, let's say it's in.
That's
know,
what I meant
it's in
with hamsters as
Arizona.
well.
I
They,
don't
like
know if
hamsters would
it's-
also have it.
Well, it's in Arizona. I don't know if it's like big horse country. Maybe you go in there, you bring your horse in, the horse licks the wall. You go out. It's like an old school Wild West.
Honestly, if I still worked in a bar, I think I would use this as a litmus test to see who was drunk.
I think I'd use it as a litmus test on my friends to see who I'd never want to be around.
I mean, you just dare everyone, right? It's like every single time you walk into this bar, it's like, haha,
Yeah.
but you won't lick the salt wall.
Like, what's weird as well is that like now with the Great Plague, you would have thought people would have been a bit more conscious to just lick a wall.
Yeah, because they say they regularly wipe it down, but still, like, odds are you could still lick where somebody just lack.
Lick lack.
It's very strange. Like they
That's
obviously
how
they
you
can't,
conjugate.
like they can't just like wipe it down like
No.
post lick. They'll have to do it at either the beginning or the end or like middle of the day. So like
Yeah.
if you just go in, you haven't physically seen them wipe it down. You don't know what's on that wall. Why are you licking wall?
I
Oh,
mean, I'm
God.
just saying, anywhere with like hygiene standards is this doesn't exist.
Like they say it's for like cocktails and stuff. Like so you can enjoy your food and drink. It's I don't know. I'm not a fan. I don't
I
think
just
I'd have a salt wall.
But like going back to my point, like an even better example is like a bowl of chips. Like it's like you've had a bowl of chips and you're just like, oh, I fancy a bit of salt and pepper on me chips. It's like every single time you eat an individual chip, you've got to go to the salt wall and have a little lap.
Well, I hope you don't want vinegar alone, because you'd have to go straight to the bar, the vinegar bar.
I like to imagine it's just a dog bowl of vinegar, at the
that
base
you
of
lap
the wall.
up.
Yeah, you just
Now,
give it the old blim, blim, blim.
now, Lorne, you mentioned earlier when we were talking about 2 tops and 2 bottoms about sex.
I mean, hey, I not in so many words. I was trying to keep it PG.
About this, no. But there is a boss who is doing something rather unique, and I want to see if you and Hannes think it may work in another profession. So, this boss gives staff daily masturbation breaks and sex toys as a special work perk.
No.
So, are you okay, Hannes?
No.
No.
You telling me you don't want your wank break?
How have we strayed so far from the? No, but
well,
holy
she
shit,
to be fair, she is a
just-
porn director.
Okay, fair enough. I literally before you saw that said that, I literally just saw her name as well.
Oh yeah, Erica Lust.
Yeah, Erica Lust.
Erica Lust. That's a name. But yes, Erica Lust
that's
apparently
a
has
pen
won
name.
awards for her erotic films, and now she's just like, you know what, you guys, girls, get out there, have 30 minutes, have a break
Yep.
from having sex and go jack it.
I think this is more for everybody who is not participating in the scenes. So
I
to
guess
speak.
so, yeah.
Thank you for allowing that, Salt. By the way, I didn't want to be the person who add permitted term wank.
Oh, I absolutely want to be the person who added.
Yeah, well, I
permitted
mean,
term wank.
Hannes, you know that it's a wild west in the chat now. Lorne, when I started streaming, Lorne was like, turn on auto mod, make it real strict. I'm just like, okay, I'll turn it to that setting. Now it's just wild west. But yeah, like, do you think this would ever work in another job? Like, do you think Lorne is gonna go in, like, to his job and then just go, so, can I go into the closet and just
All I'm saying is
have a
that
little
what
play?
what is ultimately the big difference between this and a smoking break?
What?
What's the difference between this and a smoking break?
Normally,
I mean, I was gonna say, but not in the same kind of phrasing. But I was also gonna say, kind of like, call it a wank break or not. I'm sure that a lot of offices unwittingly has this policy already.
But at the end of the day, it's basically a comfort break, right? Like it's but in the past, it's like you had to smoke, otherwise you weren't entitled to this 5 or 10 minutes in the middle of a shift.
Well, I guess it would, unlike a smoke break, unlike a smoke break where normally you'd have to do it outside unless there's like a weird smoking room. I'd assume you'd want to, do it in some sort of privacy, unless you just get your kicks from jacking it outdoors.
Well, obviously it's not about where you go for your break. It's just a matter of like, regardless of what you do during it, it's like smoker, like it doesn't happen in every company, I'll admit, but there are some companies that will just systematically allow smokers more breaks because it's just institutionalized that they need that smoke.
Oh yeah, it's called the restaurant business. Like,
yeah, that's one business I wouldn't want to have this policy.
Yeah. Not
Just
when it comes
right.
to smoke breaks, like holy
So-
shit, I've worked plenty of restaurants and bars, and I can tell you, if you are a smoker, you get way more breaks than a non-smoker.
Yeah.
Saying that you need to take a break to have a smoke, they'll say, okay, yeah, go. Saying you need to have a break to sit down, you can fold some napkins though, can't you?
Yeah. Like, what's weird is, like, you would have thought, like, Lorne, like, you know who we used to, like, hang around with, like, when we were kids. Like, well, not kids, but, younger. Like, the amount of people around us that smoked, I was always surprised that we never got into smoking.
I mean, there was that time where I destroyed that whole packet.
God. Yeah.
That was funny.
Wait, did you do like that that movie, but on yourself?
The what, sorry?
Where the father forces the kid to smoke, so they'll never
Oh.
smoke again.
No. Basically, we were just out drinking in a field, and then when we were all drunk, they started passing around like a box of tabs. And at this point, everyone was aware that I did not want to smoke. I had no interest in smoking, but still, every time we got drunk, they would try and tempt me. So this time, I was like, "Yeah, sure, pass the box." And as soon as I had the box in my hand, I just crushed it. It was just like, that
that's how
serves you
cigarettes
right.
do. But Lone, there's another sex story.
Oh, let's go.
I know. Now, Hannes, I'm going to try and seduce you.
Ooh.
Yeah, come at me.
And I'm going to seduce you in, obviously, well, this must be the only reason they've chosen this accent, but I'm going to do it in the sexiest accent possible.
Scottish.
Well, yes, Hannes, because 10 minutes with you feels like a lifetime.
I
Because...
was so convinced you were going to go Irish and not Scottish.
Ah, right. Well, hello there, Hannes. How's it going? I'd love to give you the old Jimmy. Oh, goodness.
Right,
But yes, the world's first, air quotes, sex robot, like world's first, it's you know, causes social media storm with its Glaswegian accent. People are calling it.
It actually was Scottish.
Yeah, it
I
was.
just joking.
Yeah, would you like to hear the video?
Yes, please. Yes,
Through
please.
that system, you can connect the AI that you've
This is
created
like that
in
fucking
app
elevator
to the
skit.
robot
Yep.
and carry on the conversation with her that way. Once you've got that loaded and you hit chat, she just comes to life.
Good you came back so fast, baby. I'm glad you came back that fast. Wow, baby, 10 minutes without you seems like an eternity. I think they're both the robot fry.
Oh man, this is. I don't know.
10 minutes with you. Hello, baby. You're right. Donkey, let's go.
I can't escape anymore. Like, I work with a lot of Scottish people now. So
And now,
it's like
when
I
you
just-
hear that accent, all you can think of is sexy robot.
No, all I think about is work.
Hello, Lone. You want to get jiggy with it?
I'm all right, to be honest.
Are you sure, Lone?
Yeah, honestly, I appreciate the offer, but honestly, I'm just a bit tired.
Ah, I see. What about you, Hannes? Do I make you feel sexy?
Oh, very sexy.
People are comparing it to the Scottish rail announcer woman.
I couldn't tell you what she sounds like. Probably
Yeah,
Scottish,
just
though.
it's literally just the Scottish version of the tube announcer. Like, the next station is Cockfosters. This is a Piccadilly line service to Cockfosters.
Why is it always Cockfosters?
Because it's the what would you prefer? I went to fucking Hammersmith.
Oh no, go wherever you want, but you seem to really freaking love Cockfosters.
I mean, the fact is, Cockfosters is at the end of the Piccadilly line. So you
what's in Cockfosters?
I don't know.
What's on the itinerary if we go for
If
a
we
day
go
out
to
in
Cockfosters.
Cockfosters? Yeah. Hey, what are we doing? You
This
know
is-
what?
this is where we're
I've
gonna
got
do-
to. All right.
This is where we're
Right,
going to
okay.
do a stream in real life. We're just me, Hannes, and Lorne all venturing on the tube to
There's
Cockfosters.
Groveland Park. There's Groveland Park,
Cockfosters.
apparently.
Tourists. Oh, Cockfosters tours.
Oh.
Let's go. Can I get a tour of Cockfosters?
Trent Park. Wildlife Rescue and Ambulance Service. Thai Massage and Beauty Clinic.
There's a
the Ship and
roundabout.
Shed Theatre in Cockfoster.
It's
it's
weird.
not
It's
that
always
great,
weird
is it?
when you like come across like, I mean, there's definitely like names of like towns and stuff in like the UK and across the world where it's just like, that's a bit weird. There's like
Yo.
anus in America. There's like fucking in Germany.
Somebody apparently had a really nice French toast. At
What in
Cockfosters.
Cockfosters?
Yeah. Oh, it's so weird, man. Like they've got French toast, but like there's scrambled egg next to it, but there's like berries and honey drizzled on the French toast alongside the eggs, and I'm just like, ah,
Oh, I wouldn't like that near egg.
yeah, I'm not
that's
sure
an
about
odd
this.
combo right there.
Literally, it's
Also,
just
they've got
suburbia.
red cress.
Now,
Don't know what red cress is.
now, Hannes, we're still on tech. You know, we're still in robotics.
All right.
Now, if I was to subdue Lorne, because he's been a bit rowdy,
Wow.
and I used a product commonly known with subduing people, but let's say Lorne somehow managed to jump up into a tree, how could I reach him?
Tranquilizer dart.
Not too far off. The answer is more robotic than a tranquilizer dart. Obviously, you've heard of tasers.
Lure him down with the sex robot.
Close. But Lorne wouldn't be lured in that easy. The only way to get him down to meet the sex robot would be with a taser drone.
The
And you
hell?
just put the taser on a stick.
It's a taser drone. Apparently, they've halted their plans for taser drones, which were going to be a thing, because 9 people on the ethics board have resigned.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
What are you saying? You don't want drones which are tasers?
Yeah, I feel like that's just the next step to the authoritarian.
We've already stepped further away from God.
Yeah, it's
I
like
It's-
love the...
this is
I
like
love the
straight out of
backtracking.
Psychopaths.
Yeah, it really is. A Psychopaths of Black Mirror, for sure. But the thing is also like the backpedaling they're doing in the
Yeah.
subtitle here. No. The announcement we did last week was not to announce this as a new product. We just wanted to talk about it as a potential product.
But why did you
Yeah,
make
we were
it then?
hoping you were gonna say yes.
Why did you make it? And there's like loads of them on the shop floor. Ah, well, they were prototypes. That's it. Prototypes, so we can talk about them. Ah, you know what it's like.
The thing is, though, aren't they like horribly cost inefficient? Because don't
What, a
tasers
drone?
like
Oh,
no, a drone late taser, yeah. Because you would have to, because the way tasers work is that like you don't just shoot a projectile. It's like it's on a wire. You've got to like keep the charge running
Yeah.
to tase the person. So it's like it's
also,
almost like
they're
a bee,
extremely
right?
deadly.
Yeah, but isn't it like a bee? Like when you shoot this taser and it attaches to whoever you shot, like it's pretty much done at that point. Like somebody's then got to retrieve this drone and then have it ready for action again. Like it seems incredibly inefficient, which is of course not the main issue here. But
Like, I've never flown
I'm
a drone.
just-
Like, I've never flown
No,
a
your
drone.
anti-personnel, like your anti-personnel material needs to be cost efficient as well. I agree with Salt here. Just put some mace on them.
I mean, I do have to agree with Saul and Hannes and Lorne that it is a remarkably too dystopian. For the
Oh
world.
yeah, but we're getting the worst out of every timeline. So I mean, like,
That's
why,
true,
just
that's
embrace it at this point.
Well, obviously, you know what, Hannes? Let's say you want to go to Taco Bell.
I do want to. No, I actually don't want to go to Taco Bell.
Well, Hannes, obviously, you know you're waiting at the drive-through. Ah, goodness, how can I get my fast food faster? Well, there's a new Taco Bell opened up, and this is called the Floating Restaurant that delivers tacos from the sky.
It's about damn time.
that's
So-
pretty cool. But also, I need proof.
Deceptive. I'll tell you, it's not, that title is deceptive. So this is the air quotes floating restaurant that delivers things from the sky. So see each of these pillars that currently support this floating structure.
Mm.
Yep.
You can hear the air quotes that I'm doing in my voice.
Yes. Yeah.
So what they do is above it is a restaurant, and in the pillars they're those dumb waiters. That's it. That's it.
I mean, what is it also a dispenser? Like you see a person at the first pillar, and then the second pillar you pick up the food.
No, you just
Almost
go
almost like some kind of drive-through.
like a drive-through loan.
Well, no, but the
Literally.
thing is, because the thing is, though, to play devil's advocate, the design is typically still sound for faster service.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if you put this building on the grounds, then you've only got one lane.
Yes.
Whereas because they've done it this way, you've got, well, presumably
Four.
3 lanes.
4 actually
Yeah.
on the outside as well.
I mean, I suppose, yeah, if they
I'm
using
gonna
it,
assume that there's like a intercom system just
Yeah,
further
well,
down
you
the
can see it
lanes.
on the left-hand side. See, literally on the
Oh
far
yeah,
left-hand
yeah,
side
yeah,
of the picture.
shit, yeah.
So yeah, what it does is they order the food there, then go through the drive-through. It goes down a little dumbwaiter, and it's
oh wait,
like
so is
they
there
get...
still only one? Is there still only one place to put your order in?
Yeah,
And this doesn't seem like a huge increase in efficiency, but
it gets delivered from the sky. What if God's up there making food? You don't know
Honestly-
what's up there. Could be robots. Could be a taser drone.
like, on the plus side, nobody who's working in a drive-through is gonna get stuff shucked at them anymore with this layout, and
That
that's
is
good.
true. That is very true.
But they are gonna get some unpleasant surprises on the way up in that dumbwaiter.
Yeah, that is also true. Like, also, if these all break, what are they going to do? Are they going to stick a ladder out the window and have someone go down? Get like a rope pulley system.
Knowing corporate, yes.
Right, so Dave, you're on ladder duty. Oh, but I hate ladder duty.
It's good.
Oh no,
cardio,
wait! I
though.
just noticed the signs. Signs, by the way. So 2 of the lanes, or maybe even 3 of the lanes is for pickup only. So that's if they order through the app for pickup at the restaurant, and only the leftmost is
Order and pay. Yes.
Okay, but that's pretty well. But then again, that only works if you're already getting a lot of. I presume they've probably done the research and they do get a lot of app orders anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I assume they would. I mean, I only think I've ever seen like 2 Taco Bells in the UK. One was in London, and one was in Newcastle. I've never seen any more. But then again, I haven't really explored much of the UK. But I know it's not as big as it is in America. Like, the Americans
Oh,
seem to
no.
really like Taco Bell.
I mean, the Taco Bell in Newcastle survives off the reputation that when it opened, it's like, oh yeah, we also have a 24-hour alcohol license. So you can go into your Taco Bell and grab like a bottle of Bud.
Fair.
So that's what kind of carried it. Like, I actually got a Taco Bell for work lunch one time with a colleague, and I got what they recommended me. And whilst it wasn't terrible, it was extremely unfilling. Like, you don't get a lot. So it's like I don't know. Maybe there's something else on the menu which is a little bit more
Maybe-
stodgy in filling, but
As Cupcake is saying in the chat here, we recently watched a video where they ate everything, and no,
It's too much.
I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna go for something else. I'd rather go for a Burger King.
Well, Fry says we have 29 Taco Bells.
Holy shit, we have 0, by the way. I just checked. We don't have a
Jesus.
single one. We have
I
a
mean-
different chain called Taco Bar, which is
Mom, can we get Taco Bell? No, we have Taco Bell at home.
yeah, basically.
honestly, when it comes to this kind of like food, it's like Taco Bell will never ever win over
Greg's.
just burrito bars. Well, Greg's is always king because it's cheap and efficient.
Well,
but like if
speaking-
I was going for like this kind of like food, it's like I'd always go to the place that also does burritos and get a burrito instead.
Well, Lorne, speaking of Greg's though, what would you do for a Greg's sausage roll?
I told you I'd wear their apparel, but they won't give me anything for wearing it in their
What
store.
criminal lengths would you go to
For a sausage roll.
for one sausage roll?
One sausage
one
roll.
sausage roll. One Greg's sausage roll.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I'd drop a piece of leather.
Ooh, spicy. Well, there was a crook who's decided to break into a man's car and takes nothing but his sausage roll. Someone took his sausage roll, Lord.
That is unfortunate.
I know.
Brilliant.
It scared the shit out of me. It was like there was a jump scare. Thank you, Hannes, for that. Would it be much better if I was on camera? You have that? You have that jump scare one, don't you? Or do you just have Screamer on your Twitch?
I have like 3 different jump scare ones.
That one's horrible because like you get it like ages later.
Yeah.
Like, it's like so slow. It's like, oh,
But
and
if
it
you,
just comes out of nowhere.
but if you're watching the thing is though, is it depends where your latency is. Because if you're watching the chat, the
thing is, I look at the chat like, you know, every now and again as much as I can, but I try to not look at any like effects. If I see sound alert ever, then I'll just look away and see what I'm given.
You
Because
can
you know,
actually
it could
in
be
the sound
something
alerts.
nice. It could be a nice thing, and I need to have a quick sip. You'll just have to
In the
trust I've had a sip.
in the sound alert settings, you can actually increase the delay for the chat message to show up.
Oh,
Would be a good thing. I'll do that.
also, as you were discussing that,
Mm-hmm.
this is a sensationalist title. It wasn't necessarily I suppose it technically is break in terms of the law, but like he left his window open.
He did, yes, he did leave his window
Like
open.
there was nothing actually in quotes broken in terms of obtaining this sausage roll.
Yeah, but
'Cause
they
I'm-
still stole something.
'Cause
I mean, if
from
there's
him.
one thing, so so I wouldn't do this, but just say there's a small item easily grabbable within grabbable reach in an open car. You can eat it. It's gone. It's like,
Where's the evidence?
yeah.
It's
Like,
also
really,
like
what I
it's
do,
it's almost
right?
like a victimless crime in the manner of like it's so low value. Like it's well, of course it's not victimless because I would be upset if somebody ate my sausage roll, but
I would
it's
be upset.
It's
it's like
just free real estate sausage roll.
exactly like I'm just saying if I had a couple in me and I just passed a car with a full open window and a sausage roll on the seat, I might be having sausage roll.
You know what my first thought would be? It's some posh person trying to lure in a northerner.
Well, they leave the window open instead. It's like
Yeah,
oh,
they're
fuck.
just trying to kidnap they're just trying to kidnap a northerner. But like, leave the window open just enough so the northerner can breathe and get in to get the sausage roll. It's like a Harry and Paul skit. Dog eat dog world. Can't be leaving sausage rolls. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
the
why
vegan-
when me and Lone get a sausage roll, we eat that shit instantly.
I feel like I've had this conversation before, but the vegan sausage rolls are like genuinely quite good.
Yeah, I remember you saying. I've not tried one yet, so I can't make a fair assessment, but I remember you
They're-
saying they were surprisingly decent.
I mean, the original's still like pretty top tier, but it's like for what it is, it's less greasy, it's less messy, and it holds up quite well.
Well, Lorne and Hannes, speaking of Messi, Hannes, have you seen the movie Morbius? Or heard about the movie Morbius?
I heard about Morbius in relation to the platform which we are on.
Ah, well, do you know if it is a good movie or a bad movie?
I know that they be Morbin.
They do be mobbing.
Oh
Well-
shit, him Morbin.
Morbius apparently is so unbelievably bad.
Yep.
It has generated copious amounts of memes. So obviously, just like NFTs before it, Morbius is riding that meme energy so that Sony can literally bring it back to theaters because it did so bad.
Yeah, no, I saw the tweet from the guy who made the original joke. Like literally all they did was they made like a dumbass tweet saying like my favorite part of Morbius was where they went it's Morbin time. And then just like it took the fuck off.
Well,
It just exploded.
we've been
And
here
now
before,
suddenly-
though.
Suddenly everyone's going to watch Morbius, saying like, "Oh my god, I can't wait till he says it's Morbin time," and then just like he never does because it's a fucking
It's
joke.
fake.
It's-
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think, was it Hannes or you, Lorne, that brought me the idea of the Snickers bar with the vein missing? And I was saying, yeah, it's just a troll. Even the person who created the image, like, knew it was a troll, but it riled up so many people.
I mean, I guess. I
Like,
mean,
so
it's
things can
this,
just take off out of nowhere. But
Almost
Sony's
like
just
Swedish
like,
people
please.
not feeding their guests.
Yes, oh my god.
I can't
had to
believe.
double
I
check
can't
with you with
believe
that.
you would leave me upstairs just to eat dinner.
I mean,
I'll even
Lorne-
leave you in another fucking country.
Oh, savage.
Sorry, Lorne, you'll have to get a flight back early. Hannes has dinner.
I'll see myself out.
Oh god.
Wouldn't want to interrupt family time.
That's true. That
Yeah.
like it's weird when the internet just decides like this is
This
our
is truth.
shit of the day.
Yeah.
This is what we've decided to latch on to. It's just like just wait, just wait until you, Hannes, me, maybe one day we'll acquire the big fame and people will actually know us. And they'll go, "Oh, well, I hate it when Lorne just has his salt lick that he has every time before stream. Just going to town on his salt lick. Always going,
I'm not
"It's-
licking
it's-
any
it's-
salt ball.
It's salt
It's-
block time."
It's unsanitary. If I had my own personal salt block, sure.
Do you want us to get you
But-
a brick of Himalayan salt?
I was sure.
That you
It
can
saves
lick.
saves me money. I like to
Oh,
think
God.
if you're just having like a cube of Himalayan salt, and every single time you want to salt your like stew, you just like dunk the salt rock for like 2 seconds.
I guess you could chisel off a bit. Just like slowly chisel it away until you make like a masterpiece sculpture of a
I
salt.
mean, you would just grate it, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
You would have a
salt is weird.
you would have a coarse grater, and you would just shave a bit off your salt rock. Or
Now-
you could do the funnier version, which I said, and just dunk the rock.
Now, Hannes, we're
Yes.
going over to the Nordic countries.
Okay.
Would you?
Are we staying
if-
for dinner?
No. We actually no, actually we are staying for dinner because this, although it's a Swedish company, it's Norway.
Okay.
So, IKEA, obviously, Hannes, as everyone knows, when Swedish people are born, they are taken to the breeding pits of the IKEA floor. The great breeding
It's actually
pits of the
it's
IKEA
actually
floor.
the ball pit.
I
There's
see,
like
I
a
see.
secret lair in the ball pit that only Swedish people can access.
Yes, of course. Obviously, this was told to us in confidence by someone else, a different Swedish person.
Yep.
But obviously, people have noticed that there's been a big baby boom after the Great Plague. And you know who's here to help? Obviously, you couldn't name your child. You're too stupid. But don't worry, IKEA Norway has your back because they're offering distinctive names for your baby.
Well,
That pause.
So just so you know, these are the names that they give to their furniture, by the way.
yeah, and I mean a lot of the times that is
they are from a list of all their furniture names, and they said,
yeah, and
"Here,
a lot
we'll
of the
show you
time
the full
that is
list."
just Swedish names. I mean, a lot of the time that is just Swedish names. I mean, my name is on a piece of IKEA furniture. It's almost a
Oh,
bit of
what is
a. It's a shelf, I believe, some kind of
Oh,
shelf.
I'm googling this. IKEA.
The Hannes
I don't know if it's still in
shelves.
production.
No,
Oh no,
it's a
there it
classic.
is.
The Hannes shelf.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no,
Oh,
it's yeah, it's a table.
Lauren sent
Oh
us a
no,
picture.
hang on a minute. Wait, hang on a minute. It's not. This isn't Hannes. This is Hemnes.
No, but there is a Hannes one as well.
Oh, I don't think I'm finding the
Ah,
Hannes one.
it's not-
I'm
it's
just
not the same.
I'm just finding Hemnes.
Now, obviously, I thought it would be better to ask you about this because obviously, you know, the Swedish gate, complete nonsense.
Oh.
But obviously, I don't speak Swedish. So
Mhm.
I have no idea if the names that they would use for furniture are solid names. Or is it more like how like some Americans, like rich American celebrities, name their kid Apple?
No, as I said, like some of the things that IKEA named their furniture after is just straight normal Swedish people names.
Okay.
Some things are cities, like there is the Stockholm series of living room furniture, and obviously you shouldn't name your kid Stockholm. And if anybody who's here has, then I'm sorry to tell you, but it's a bad name to name your kids. If you're naming a city, then go ahead. But
God, imagine if you had the power to just
like
name
so
a city.
yeah, but a lot of it is just regular name.
Okay, well that's good. As long as it's not as jarring as I first thought, because obviously, like I said, unlike me and Lorne, we don't know Swedish. Our lovely Hannes is here though to keep us on the right track, to make sure the Swedish gate
Yeah.
is firmly closed and locked away.
And a lot of the other names are like, I don't know. I think that they have like oh, what's that even called in English? Like a colander, like that
Oh,
you
yeah,
rinse
yeah.
shit in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have one of those, and that's just called like, I think it's called rensa or something like that, which is basically just like rinse.
Ah. So yeah,
But since it's in
if-
Swedish, that makes it sound like weird, right?
yeah, but like what was it, Rinsa?
Yeah.
Sounds actually quite nice. Feels like it would be a girl's name though. Rinsa. Like
No,
Risa.
it sounds outdated to me.
Yeah.
Sounds like I might have a
Your great aunt Rinsa.
great aunt Rinza.
Yeah, great
So
aunt Rinsa.
there is actually a Swedish or like an IKEA dictionary that a person has written where they tag stuff as a proper Swedish word, an improper Swedish word, which is like it can be Swinglish, or as they write, IKEA laugh at the rules of human language.
Mhm.
And then there's human names, mostly Swedish, some Scandinavian. And then there's geographical names, a few names that defy categorization, and mystery ones that he hasn't been able to figure out. But that's only 130 out of 1,362 that this person has categorized.
Fair dues. Well,
And it
Hannes,
even links to the catalog entry. Shit, this is impressive work by this dude.
this dude's going hard on his IKEA knowledge. He's like
Yeah.
got a PhD in IKEA.
Honestly, he's the kind of person that they would invite to morning TV.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or like a short, fluff 5-minute interview or something. Like, why did you build this?
But when obviously names are furniture and the world is topsy-turvy, what kind of animal is a bee, Hannes? Or what
An
has
insect?
a judge ruled a bee to be?
I mean, I don't. Oh wait, what kind of animal they've judged a bee to be?
Yes.
Isn't
He taught about classification.
Yes.
Yeah,
What kind of
'cause
animal has
isn't-
a judge deemed a bee to be in order to give it protectorate status?
because isn't the insect kingdom and the animal kingdom separate, or am I like just completely misremembering my natural science?
That is
Not sure about that.
I don't think so.
No. Yeah, no,
Anyway,
that's a
I
bit of
have
a, that's
an
a
idea, a
spicy
bird?
take there, Hannes. You take
Ooh.
that back.
A bird is a very good guess. What about you, Lon? What do you think?
I was gonna say maybe they've said mammal because they're fluffy,
Mm,
or at least it can be.
Well, the answer is a fish.
Wow,
So,
this
in the
is
state of California, a judge has ruled that bees legally can be fish in order to give them protectorate status.
I mean, that's
I don't
I
know
guess
why.
you do what you have to make shit happen in the
I-
US, I suppose.
I guess
I just
so,
don't
but I
want-
don't know
so
why they
why
couldn't
is
just
it-
go.
why is it?
fine.
Why is it more logical to call a bee a fish than it is to just change your protection laws?
Because that's gonna I'm gonna assume here that it is because the fish already has this protection.
Yes, that is the case.
Yeah, but you
And,
don't.
and it's easier to put something in than it is to create new protection because there's gonna be people arguing against new protection laws. Because my freedoms, I guess.
It's probably the idea that it's much easier to put something into a category than it is to just make an entirely new category around a new thing.
No, but it's
I know
just
it's
ludicrous.
stupid. I know
It
it's stupid,
doesn't
Lone.
make sense.
Lone, I know it's stupid. Look,
Even if there is a legitimate reason like my freedoms, then the argument is, why is this about my freedoms?
do we need to head to California and talk to this judge and show him, like, it's like one of those flip books, or like one of the games we play, like This or That, in like Jackbox. Is it a fish? Is it a bee? Makes honey. What now, Judge? What do you think makes honey? Fish? So close, so close.
I mean, Fry's right. They also did, or at least somewhere over there, ruled that pizza was a vegetable. But
Ah,
I
I'm
guess
honestly,
that's for like school lunch law
yeah,
stuff.
it's like 5 a day. It's like technically it has tomato sauce on, so yeah. I
I'm
guess.
pretty sure that was just a campaign by Papa John. I think as soon as he
God.
gave up the reins of all the restaurants, he was just like, "Fuck it, I'm putting all my money into keeping the pizza trade alive in schools." Just,
Great pizza train.
he just anti-Jamie Oliver the whole thing.
Oh God. I remember the amount of controversy Jamie Oliver got in for taking away turkey Twizzlers.
Where's my turkey Twizzlers, Jamie?
They're back, Lorne, and they're dreadful.
I never ate them in the first place,
They're
to be
good.
honest.
They were good. They were really good. But they're back. They're garbage now. But either way, there's more animal news, and the rest of the stories are all animal news. So, meanwhile, over in Pakistan, pictures of the shortest cow go viral. Now, what do you think of this short cow?
Oh no, it's still loading.
Still loading.
That is
58 centimeters in length.
You spoilt it.
That is a very small cow.
It's a very
and that's
small
a
cow.
fully and that's an adult cow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the shortest cow from Karachi. Like, look at that
It's
cow.
it's just not a young cow.
It's a very droopy cow.
What, like droopy as in sad?
No, as in like it's a droopy cow.
What, like Droopy from Hanna-Barbera?
I mean, I'm saying it sags. I'm saying that the cow is saggy.
You know what it's like, Hannes. Lorne hates his saggy cows.
I mean,
Yep.
I'm not going against it being saggy. It's more just like an observation, really.
Well, Lorne, we'll head back over to the world of fish, or bees, or fish. One of them. What?
By the way,
wait,
I saw
Lorne,
that Fry confirmed that insects are in the animal kingdom, and
Yes.
natural science was never my strong suit.
Now, Lorne, just quickly, what swims in the ocean?
Bees.
Bees. Oh, okay, right, good. Okay, well, we're going to a
Drinks owe me a Coke.
weird-looking bee that was caught and dubbed the Frankenstein fish. Now, this thing, right? Oh God. All right. Catch you later, Soul. Hope you have a great time. But yes, this thing, honestly, when I saw it, really weird. It really fucked with me. I'm going to scroll down to this picture. This is the Frankenfish. Now,
Oh my lord.
it's horrible, isn't it?
I don't know if you've seen the like meme pictures where it's like sharks or like Sundere shark.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have actually. Yeah.
Those eyes.
Yes. Frankenstein Shark Senpai.
No, it's
I
like
mean,
it's
like, okay, I'm posting it in the Discord. Don't say
Ju-
you don't see the resemblance.
I do. Oh my god, yeah.
sure.
Yeah, but this thing
It's,
is. Oh, honestly, it's a
I mean,
strange creature.
when aquatic life like mutates like this, it always looks even weirder than other mutations, just simply because like sea life's so weird anyway.
Well,
Like
Yeah.
in retrospect to like what we see on land, like just
Hmm.
observing other mammals and stuff like that, like fish are freaking freaky, man. They're, and it's like when they freak out, then oh boy, you best be ready for some freaking.
well, that's actually what the last two things are, because obviously it's things from the past, obviously. So, I thought I'd show us some deep sea creatures, some which people define as beautiful, and some which people define as horrific. Which would you prefer first?
Give us the beautiful ones
The
first.
beautiful ones first. Let's see these beautiful creatures. There's this thing called the nudibranch.
Oh, scientific.
Yeah, the nudibranch. It's an informal name for a sea slug. I think it's quite cute. Looks like it's got a flower on its back.
Alright, I made the horrible mistake of refreshing the stream just to catch up a little bit more, and now I'm being hit by a advert. So I'll be back in
you wouldn't want to
8
steal a
seconds.
fish. Well, Lorne, Hannes,
That is
hold
super
on.
cute.
I'm gonna do something for you. I'm gonna stream in Discord so you can be on live.
Oh,
There you
let's
go.
go.
Look at that shit. Ignore the other two tabs on the left hand side.
That's super cute.
I like it. It's like a little flower. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Then we've got this thing, the coconut octopus. Considered one of the most intelligent invertebrates in the animal kingdom. It uses tools.
Yeah, no, I've heard of these. Like, they're pretty cool. Like, octopus are really, really awesome case studies.
The brittle starfish. I wouldn't say it's cute.
That looks like something from Junji Ito. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's cute.
no, cute
Whoever's
is a
come up with this,
stretch.
cute is a stretch for that.
I mean, it's cool.
It's cool, yeah. Mantis
Oh,
shrimp.
the mantis shrimps are cool, man.
Yeah, mantis
Like,
shrimp are
they're-
cool. They're bright. They're really bright.
They're literally the One Punch Man of the animal kingdom.
Yes, they are. Yeah, like it just says there, it hits with the force of a 22 caliber bullet. Like these things hit
Yeah,
like
no.
a truck. They're scary.
I've seen one hit a fish before.
Jesus.
Like, just punch a fish. It's
I need to
also
see
as well
that
as
now.
speaking
I'm
of that, just because we saw octopus before, is that apparently a case study has found that some octopus will just punch fish just for nothing but spite.
gonna-
Like they'll just turn around and whip a fish.
I mean,
Oh,
if you had that punch, wouldn't you
Oh,
smack
yeah.
some fish around?
I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have 8 legs, you know? Like, you have 8 arms, sorry, as an octopus. You know, you're gonna get sick of, like, just swimming around and doing stuff with at least 7 of them. So you have to punch a
Yeah.
fish, I guess. There's this thing, which I fucking love. The leafy sea dragon.
It boggles the mind how anything evolves naturally to look like this.
It looks like something from anime, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. But it's like just considering how like slow evolution is in like in the kind of traits that other animals have adapted over time, like it just boggles the mind that there was a species of these like sea dragons where they just evolved to look more and more like
Leaves.
the
Well, I mean, the
frickin'
plants have been around for a while, so if the plants have, like, not went extinct, then they'll just be like, oh, we can blend in with this one.
I
Yeah.
know, but at one point they'll have just had to rely on like a sea dragon being born that looked like leaves. It's just like oh well, everyone's got a
I
better
guess-
chance of sticking around.
I guess this would be a water grass type lawn.
No, it's if we're going off Fry's reference with the Skrelp and the Dragalgi, it would be water poison, which evolves into poison dragon.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. It does have like little bits of purple in, so I could see it being poison.
Like, it's basically Dragalge, is what it is.
I mean, this thing looks cool as well. The flying Gurnard.
That's cool. I like that.
It looks like a rockfish.
Notable for its
Or stonefish,
eye-catching
sorry.
wingspan.
Apart from like the wings, like it's in terms of its body, like setup, it looks almost like a stonefish.
Yeah, I can see that. I like how colourful it is as well. Like, its wings are cool. I guess this would
Oh,
be
yeah.
flying water? No?
Probably, yeah. I mean, flying water's already been used with like, well, Gyarados, of course, Mantine.
Ah, yes.
And then
The-
of
Christmas
course-
tree worms.
yes, the Christmas tree worms. I'm pretty sure that's a magic card.
Is there?
Like, do you not remember the holiday special Magic the
Yeah,
Gathering cards?
yeah.
I'm pretty sure there
Yeah,
is
no, I
like
know
a
which one.
specific Christmas tree looking one. But I think it's like not a worm, it's like a bug. Like a doodle bug kind of thing. But yeah, there's these things. Very colourful, very bright. Like, it's weird just how colourful in the deep, dark depths stuff can be for no reason.
Well, these things don't look. Well, some of these things are definitely not like from the depths. Like
Yes.
some of them are more like surface.
And then there's this thing, which looks like Mew. It looks like it should be celestial. Enfanates Eczema. Discovered in 1880. Were not caught on camera till 2017.
Ah,
I'm kind of called Headless Chicken Monster.
I mean, yeah, I could say it.
Wow.
yeah, in a way, I guess.
Oh no, Cupcake. Although there is this thing called a sea angel, and that's apparently in the air quotes horrifying section.
Spoilers.
I think they're cute. They're not horrifying. How dare you? So there's this bad boy, apparently in the horrifying section, the Japanese
Oh, yeah.
spider crab.
They can be so big, though. I mean, I think
Yes,
that they're
I've
pretty
seen
cool,
one.
but I can definitely see why they're
huge.
in this category.
Yeah, I'd hate to fuck with one of these things.
What do you mean? Like they're just spindly things. Like these things would crumple, dude.
Do you think you could beat up a spider crab?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I definitely do think. I don't think that they're strong. No.
They just look a bit like Silent
had-
Hilly, I guess, but like
Yeah.
they're not like I don't think there's a crab alive that's beaten me in a fight.
There's this beautiful thing, the flapjack octopus.
What?
Isn't this
That's under.
all- Isn't this also called like the vampire squid or something?
Yeah, there is something similar. Yeah, the flapjack octopus. I love
Is this
the
not
look
the
of it.
one that turns
Oh.
inside out?
I don't think it is. Let's have a look. Mantle name. No, flapjack octopus hovers above its head, flapping and pulsing its arms. I have seen the vampire squid though. The vampire squid looks cool.
Ah.
There's this thing, the sea pig.
What makes this thing the pig of the sea?
I don't know. Maybe because it's like a truffle pig rooting around sand.
This looks like one of the spirits from Spirited Away.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Crab Rave. The giant isopod. All hail. All hail
Oh,
the
no, these-
isopod.
That's just Galissapod.
Insect water?
Yes.
Is it?
Or it could be Wimpod. Wimpod evolves in the Galissapod.
Now, these things. The sea angel. Look how good they are. That's not scary. I mean, maybe if you were like, in the deep depths and you thought you were going to die, but like, they look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. You can fish these up in Animal Crossing, I know that.
The giant Irvarsian. Whatever the hell that thing is.
Is that a jelly?
Yeah,
I don't
it's
understand
like a
what I'm
giant
looking
lava
at
sea-
here.
Despite its name, the giant lava sea is less than 10 meters or 4 inches long. It's just a big thing of slimy mucus, apparently.
Yeah, it's got to be a jelly.
This bad boy, the bloodcomb jellyfish.
Oh.
Now that shit.
Ooh, Yeah, no,
That
I'm not
shit-
fucking with that.
That shit I wouldn't like to see.
No.
Like, if I saw this, I'm just like, I'm gonna get abducted by aliens or murdered.
Yep.
I don't want to deal at all with this thing. It looks fucking amazing.
Oh, it looks dystopian. It looks like kind of like they just preserved
A brain or something.
a brain in a
Yeah.
jar, and there's the electrical impulses like taking commands.
And finally,
Oh,
the classic.
oh yeah,
The
oh
angel.
yeah. These things are freaking. Like if I saw one of
Oof,
these, like,
yeah.
if I was stuck in the middle of like a body of water and
The
this
deep
thing was
dark.
coming after me, I'm just like, oh fuck.
So
What's
wait, I learned this quite recently. Do you know that all anglerfish you see, like the ones from the classic pictures, are female?
Yes.
Yes,
Because do you
on
know
the
what
other ones,
happens
like,
to
really
the
tiny.
males?
Yes, they're really tiny and they get absorbed,
Absorbed
by
into
the
them.
female.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And
they
just
attach,
become little
attach
gnats.
themselves.
Very
Yeah.
Akira. Very Akira-esque.
Yeah, no, it's creepy as frick.
Yo.
I'd
I've-
hate to see those. I understand why that's on them. I don't know why sea angels are, but I understand why that
No.
thing's on it.
No, no,
See,
no,
that's
no, no.
my feel-good advice of the day. You've ever felt useless and unnecessary? At least you're not a male anglerfish.
Yeah.
Lone life lesson. But yeah, that's the end of weird news this week. Did you enjoy? Did you have fun?
Yes.
Boy, you better believe it.
Well, Hannes, are you going to be streaming, or are you just going to have a nice chill night?
Chill day today.
A wise
Aw,
choice. A wise choice.
Boo.
No, don't say boo, Lone. There's plenty of time to stream. Obviously, just wait until
There is.
Hooked on You comes out. The Dead by Daylight dating sim.
This is
There's
a
still no
big.
there's still no release info on that.
It's
I
summer
need to know.
2022. So
Yes.
there's a very good chance it'll probably pop up around the Steam sale next month.
Ah, that's true. That's true.
I
That's
feel
true.
like it'll come out of nowhere because it's made by the
Yeah.
people who made the KFC game, and that just kind of came out of nowhere, and they were just like, oh, by the way, here's the KFC game, and it's out now.
Yeah, absolutely. No, but no stream today. We will be streaming tomorrow, though.
Indeed.
Yeah, big day, big weekend actually.
Are you
Yes,
streaming
big,
as
big
well? Lon?
weekend.
What, sir?
Are you going to be streaming as well, Lon?
Over the weekend I will be, because at some point I will get my copy of Strikers.
Strikers? What is that?
Mario Strikers.
Strikers, the
Is it a
football
football game?
Yeah, violent,
Yes.
violent, cartoony football.
So Mario
like the
Kart,
golf game.
but with football.
But even more violent. Like it's like they're actively the Mario has never ever been as like actively violent as in the Strikers series.
Well,
Like,
I mean, I've never.
stuff gets
Is it,
wrecked.
has it been a series out for a while? Because I've never
Yeah,
seen it. I
yeah.
know there was the battle golf thing, which like you just beat the shit out of people and golf.
Oh no, that's got nothing on this. Like there was a GameCube and a Wii title in the past. The Wii title
There
in
is.
particular, because one of the things which I feel like the new Strikers has lost is a little bit of the attitude of the Wii one, which is a bit meh. That's the one complaint I've got. Oh, sorry, no, it's the second complaint I've got with the series, because the other one is the freaking shoots on the A button. But that's a story for a different
Mario
day.
Kart, but football, and they have guns. Well, yes, I
On
guess
the
we'll.
10th, with the full release, we're gonna see just Salt's twit longer regarding the A button.
Yes, just A button. It's just going to be a spam in chat, just the letter A over and over and over and over again. But yes,
Yep.
obviously, I'll be streaming The Quarry on Tuesday because it'll be out finally. I'm so excited. More
Yes,
horror.
I'm excited for that
spookums.
one too.
I'm so looking forward to it. But yes, thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it so much. And thank you, Lone and Hannes, for joining me yet again on Weird News.
Hey, no problemo.
Thank you for having me.
But from all of us here, we shall catch you all later. Goodbye!
Then
Peace.